All right, so picking up on number 2, it says a seafood restaurant owner orders perch and salmon. So I can already tell you that's going to be thing 1, and salmon is going to be thing 2. Perch is $4 per pound. That's going to be X. Thing 1 is going to be associated with X. Thing 2 associated with Y. So 4 is going to sit with X. Salmon is $3 per pound. That's going to be your B. It's going to sit with Y. And it says he wants to buy at least 50 pounds of fish. So at least 50 pounds. This is going to provide one thing. So that's going to provide something over here for equation 1. It's got to deal with total number of pounds. And let's figure out what it says. At least 50 pounds of fish, but cannot spend more than $240. So this one is total amount of money. Let me get rid of that. So on total number of pounds, it says at least 50. So I know whatever equation I write has to be, my inequality I write has to be greater than or equal to 50. Cannot be more than 40. No more than 240. So that's less than or equal to 240. It can equal 240, but it just can't be more than 240. Okay. So I'm going to write the equation, the inequality here. 4 goes with X. 3 goes with Y, and that's going to be these two deal with money, and this is money. So that's going to go here. That's going to be 4X, that's money, $4 per pound, plus 3Y, that's $3 per pound for the salmon. And that's money. Okay, this equation now is all dealing with money. This is only dealing with the number of pounds. Well, let's see. Didn't specify the number of pounds, but the number of pounds of perch plus the number of pounds of salmon can't be greater than, it has to be at least 50. So that's dealing with pounds. That's dealing with pounds, and that's dealing with pounds. So now I have my 2 equations. I'm going to solve this one first because it's going to give me, I have to spend the most time on it. 4X plus 3Y less than or equal to 240. I am going to subtract 4X from both sides. So we end up with 3Y less than or equal to negative 4X plus 240. Divide every term by 3. So Y is less than or equal to negative 4/3 X plus 80. Because 24 divided by 3 is 8, and add that extra 0. Before I do this other equation, inequality, I'm going to label my axes and label what these is. X is going to be the number of pounds of perch. And Y was the number of pounds of salmon. Okay, so Y was pounds of salmon. X was the pounds of perch. Okay. All right. Now that that's settled, let's go ahead and do this other equation. Or, excuse me, inequality. I'll do it in pink. And I'm going to put an imaginary 1 there. So I'm going to subtract 1X from both sides. So I end up with Y greater than or equal to negative 1X plus 50. And if I take a look at this particular equation, I can clearly see that B is 80. but my slope is -4/3. It's going to be kind of difficult having a B of 80. You don't have 80 spots on this axis, okay? It's not like you can count by ones. You can count by fives, but then the problem becomes your slope is down 4. So that's gonna be a problem. Unless you turn your slope and scale it up by 5. But I'm gonna count by tens, and I'm gonna scale my slope up 10, and I will tell you what that means in just a second. All right, so this is going to be 10, 20. I'm going for the y-intercept. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. But the slope says go down 4 and to the right 3. But I'm counting by tens. That's the problem. So I'm going to label this. So since I'm counting by tens, what I need to do is scale this up 10. So instead of down 4, let's go down 10 more than 4, which is down 40. Instead of to the right 3, let's go to the right 10 more than 3, which is to the right 30. And if you try to simplify this, what does -40/30 simplify to? Well, it still simplifies to -4/3, so it's okay, all right? So I'm going to go down 40, 10, 20, 30, and 40. And to the right, 10, 20, and 30, which means these must also count by tens, guys. Now, I could have scaled it up 5 instead of, I kind of count by fives. I don't think I had enough space. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. I've only gotten 75, so that wouldn't have done it. So count my tens. What's the best thing? All right, let's go down 40 more. 10, 20, 30, and 40, and to the right, 10, 20, and 30. And because it has, I'm on this one, less than, and it's less than or equal to, let's just make a solid line here, okay? Let me get my pen back. And we'll make a solid line. And it's less than, so I want to shade below this line. Okay? And then the other one, I'll do it in red. The other one has a slope of, I say red and it's pink. Oh, it's red. Has a slope of -1/1 and a y-intercept of 50. So let's begin at 50, but you can't go down 1. So I'm going to scale this up 10 since I'm counting my tens on my y and x axis. So if you, instead of down 1, let's go down 10. Instead of right 1, let's go right 10. And if you would simplify those, it would still end up being -1/1. Down 10, right 10. Down 10, right 10. And this says that it is, for this one, no, it's greater than or equal to. It says equal to, so let's make a solid line. I don't want that. Go back to my pen. I'm going to make a solid line. And remember, any point on these where they overlap, because it's solid lines, would work. But it says greater than, so shade above. Let me do it in pink. And just pretend like you don't see that black line. That's shading above that red line. So your solution will actually end up being right in here, guys. Okay. So when I get ready to choose my 2 points that are the active solutions, you can choose anything in this area. So I'm going to choose something like this. Let me do it in black. So that's to the right 10, 20, and up 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 40 will work. So that's an X and that's a Y. And on the X-axis, it dealt with the pounds of perch. So I can buy 10 pounds of perch. And I could get 40. No. Let's see. 40 is the Y. So there'll be 40 pounds of salmon. And then for another point, I'm going to just choose another one. I'll do blue. That's in between. That's in there. So that's to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 10. Well, right 10, 20, 30, 40, and up 10, 20. 10, 20 will work. Excuse me, 40, 10, 40, 20. 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 10, 20. Okay, 40, 20 will work. So I could also purchase 40 pounds of perch. Again, but anything in that overlapping area will work. 40 pounds of perch and 20 pounds of salmon. Okay, and now pick up with number 3 in a third video.